Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Back to Pitts it goes. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Falcons, first down. A gain of 15. And a Falcon first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability and his reputation makes somebody else beat you.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. It's Cousins once more. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Cousins on 1st down. That's him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
2nd and 3 now. Cousins now off the play fake. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight ends, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
25 yards on the play. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, You better believe it is now.
Robinson. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Robinson. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On 3rd and goal, it's Cousins. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This defense may have been headed the wrong way initially on that counter run, but they never lost contain. As that play shifted back, they flowed with it and caught him before he could break it up the sideline.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, Shuck. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I love that. Now, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
3rd down, here's Shuck. Complete out to the right side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
The Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. On play action, here's Shuck. And caught by his back, Kamara. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Throw here, third down. He's making a bid for it. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They're going play action. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Third and long for him here. That's the line, he's gonna run for it. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he'll pick up.
A gain of 6. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 14-6 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. Going to the ground again on 1st. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Counter give to Kamara. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up third down.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness, the pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
We'll air it out on 3rd. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a fourth down decision.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
A 32-yard attempt.
Groupie sends it through. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Cousins out of the pistol here. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. First and 10 from the 32. Out of the gun, Cousins. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins again. That's incomplete left side. Now throw intended for Drake London. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. Takes it in at the 26. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Saints to the running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. First down now, ball at the 33. They'll start things off with a run by Kamara. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Kamara, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Chuck now from the gun. It's caught left side by Hill. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That was incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 27. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Play action now for Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And they'll have a small gain up to about the 32. That play wrapped up by DeMario Davis.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
It is caught left side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Falcons 1st down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Here's Robinson up the middle. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. Escapes the defender. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call out a gain of 7. Nicely done.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Running right is Algier. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd
be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on third down. They sneak it with Cousins. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
And the Falcons.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal. He gets it again. And this time he gets in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the second time around.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 4.
Falcons 13.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints and Chris Olave ready to take over once again on offense. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Saints to the line now. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Shook. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys keep...
Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
One of the biggest adjustments for quarterbacks going from the collegiate level to the NFL is the blitz package. Each and every practice leading up to a game time, you are spending so much time as a QB, as an offensive group, and as that O-line trying to figure out a way to stop these blitzes. But that time, the offense, the O-line, the QB, no one had an answer for that defensive pressure.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Shock working from the gun. Hitting Olave on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Running back motions right. They'll throw 3rd and long. The screen pass falls incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Back deep for the Falcons, Jamal Agnew. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying with Robinson. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Bradley Pinion on down to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. That's taken in at the 42. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The New Orleans offense set to go now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Sharp with a quick toss out wide. And they get this down to the 28. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
They'll run the toss to Kamara. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. In on the tackle, the first rounder out of Georgia, Jalen Walker.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. And off headed right, Kamara. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
1st and goal, they go option. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Throwing, Chubb. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Saints now lead by 10.
That's exactly what this offense was dreaming of when they brought him in as a rookie quarterback, showing off that ability to run. Again, that's exactly what these defensive coordinators were hoping to not see. Yet another dynamic rookie quarterback who can score with his legs.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints drive their lead to 11.
Falcons 13.
Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for the Saints.
Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Cousins. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Dumps it off to Robinson. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Falcons, 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. There's the fake. Cousins to throw. Taking a deep shot here. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Cousins is going to throw again. 2nd and 10. That's brought in by Mooney. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. 3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Cousins to throw once again. That one's caught by Mooney. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
4 yards. That's another Falcons 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. He is brought down just 5 yards from the end zone. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They go heavy on this first and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Looking to throw, Cousins. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 4.
Falcons 20.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. And backed up this deep in their own territory, probably content to just take that lead into the locker room. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shuck now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. On the play fake, it's Cousins. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Cousins. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing on third, Cousins. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. Cousins throwing again. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Saints get to it. 40, 30. He's at the 10. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints will extend their lead as time expires in the half. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field, maybe his whole life. That distance, a whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints drive their lead to 11.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. On the first play.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Air it out on third. Mooney downfield, and he has it. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. Right, higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Raheem Morris keeping his offense out there. They're going for two.
The Falcons
they want to run it across. And they get the two-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now.
Saints 31, Falcons 28.
Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Shuck. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Here's a give inside to Camara. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
He's brought down at the 31. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Yards. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Shuck. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. They motion the tight end over. They give on 2nd to Camara. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Shuck running the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Here's Shuck, first and 10. He's going to tuck it and run. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Second down, it's another give to Kamara. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
A gain of 17 yards.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. They send a receiver in motion right. Neal. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Trying the air now. Here's Shuck. Jump off caught by his back. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Shuck now on third and goal. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
That right there, Kate, that right there has all the armchair quarterbacks going. Why didn't you run it? Because you take a risk when you throw it. And if you take a sack, well, now you got to kick the field goal. If you would have pounded the football, got a little bit closer, you at least give yourself a decision on fourth. I don't think you do now.
On fourth down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Grupe sends it through, and that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Drake London. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
And 4 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Now it's Cousins. Complete beyond the marker. There he goes on the right side. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons put 6 on their side of the board.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead.
Falcons 35, Saints 34.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Saints and Tyler Shuck just about ready for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First and 10 from the 32. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Rush coming for Shuck. That's complete inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Shuck and the Saints offense still out there. They're going for 2.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get two.
You spend all week on two-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
The 25-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, Cousins. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy, a lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Another carry for Robinson. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Falcons first down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Here's a design run. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Through the middle. That one's complete to London. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we have a member of the Saints injured after that play and obviously in need of some assistance. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Quick to the left, it's caught. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Complete to Darnell Mooney. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Saints and Tyler Shuck just about ready for their next drive. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Shuck now from the gun. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
After the sack, defense has got to be feeling good. Here comes 2nd and 12. Putting the tight end in motion. Shuck working from the gun. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, a 2-yard run on 1st down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Finds the in route complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
The Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running behind center with Kamara. No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show. Paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers to talk about.
So now they need one more here on second down.
You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They stay on the ground with Camaro. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Brings up third down.
Because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers to talk about.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches.
To make that
QB sneak coming. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. Completed over the middle. Now Camaro. And he's into the front. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This is the end of the third quarter. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through.
They want it. I'm going to rock.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Sharp with a quick toss out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it. Camaro. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Here's an important kick now for Blake Groupie. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards.
43-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them the lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Kate, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And just before he can get the first, they escort him out. So it's going to be second and it looks like less than a yard.
You know, in this league, Kate, anytime a play gets out on the edge, kind of holds your breath defensively. But a good job there. Good team pursuit to corral it and limit the big gain.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. There's a dive up the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, that's a successful play on 2 fronts. Number 1, you get the first down. And number 2, keep that defense guessing as to who is just going to get the carries.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Cousins now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Throw here, 3rd down. That one complete to Pitts. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And that carry only gets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Cousins. Not wide, it's Pitts. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
All right, we're getting a two-point try here. Cousins getting the offense lined up.
Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
Now looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. Well, the decision's pretty clear here, partner. You got to take the shot at going up by a field goal.
Yep, all about the odds here. Increasing the odds that you're either leading or tied if you get the ball back.
And either way, you're prepping your defense to cling to a very small lead.
Either way, that defense is clinging for this situation to go out and show out.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. Jukes away from one. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Saints and Tyler Shuck just about ready for their next drive. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there, and I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Shuck. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. To throw, Shuck. Screen here for Camara. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space, and it was all about his athleticism after that.
Counter give to Camara. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing, Shuck. He finds Bailey working downfield here. Now he's going to bring this down to their 35. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 coming up here. Shuck looking to pass here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that makes it 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons and running back John Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
An option give to Robinson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And this is brought to a stop at that, say, the 34-yard line there. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for Atlanta, first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Here's Algier on first down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now it's Cousins. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
From the gun, they go with Algier. And they drop him after just a yard, 2nd down.
Nathan Shepard brought him down. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Algier with another carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Flush down now to his left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Algier. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Man, look at the big fellas working their tails off up front. That offensive line gave the QB ample time. Unfortunately, just no completion to be found down the field.
He's back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
For a Saints 1st down. 1st and 10.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. They run with Neal. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Chuck to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining in this game. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Chuck's going to throw here. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
They're going to run it with Neal. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
5-yard gain on the play.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints lead by only 2. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. All right, here we go. Second down. Man in motion, headed right. Now a run by Neal. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. He's drawn up for him. Here's an important kick now for Blake Groupie. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from.
45-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game. So it's a win for the Saints.
Thank you so much.
And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter.